Hello, 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 everyone. This is Irene White from the Insaka talk show. I know for those that are confused about, I was away for almost a year. I took a mental break and I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I feel like people don't realize that when you take that mental break, it's good for a lot of things. I can speak for myself. The break that I took was good for my soul. It was good for my spirituality. It was good for my new beginning. And trust me when I say that break gave me a lot of good stuff. A lot of good things came out of it. And if you have a chance in your life to take a break out of everything, it has to be a cell phone, computer, friends, just do it. You'll thank me later. Today is story time. So I have a meeting, at 12 with a huge company. I'm meeting the HR for that company, and they were concerned about one of their workers. She's a refugee, and for those that don't know, I work with refugee and immigrants. So she's a refugee from a country in Africa, and according to the HR, she's a very hardworking lady. Very hardworking lady. She's always on time. She never calls off, and she says yes to anything that they ask her to do. So she was one of the top people that they really relied on. And one day she just slacked. One day she didn't show up. The other day she didn't show up. The third day she didn't show up, or didn't call, no show. So they got concerned. Normally if you're in corporate America, you know that most companies third strike, you're out. Either they'll terminate your work or they're suspending you, depending on their rules. But in this case, instead of doing that, they were concerned to say, this is our favorite lady, what happened? So when they pulled her out of the warehouse, they found out that of course she can't speak English. So she speaks Swahili, but they could not communicate. But they really wanted to help her. So that's how they reached out to a friend of mine who knows that I translate in Swahili. So I spoke to the lady and I said, what's going on? And then she told me that, this lady has 3 kids and the husband left her in the middle of the night. And the youngest is 9 months old. So she couldn't do anything but just stop coming to work. So they want me to translate to her and tell her that the company has put monies for her together to give her for food and upkeep for her kids. And they wanted to know way forward if there's any other resources that we can render to her just to empower her. And I spoke to the lady. She was very timid, but when she realized that I speak the language and I told her I come from Zambia, she was very excited. So I said, look, I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I want to personalize our meeting. So I'm going to come in person so we can talk, So what I did was I cooked a little bit something for her, just an African dish, so I can take to her so she can feel like, our meeting is very customized. I'm not imposing anything on her. And just wanted to hear her side of the story. The reason why I'm telling you this story is to say, if you're good at what you do, if you're good at your job, people will notice you, your boss will notice you. Can you imagine if somebody was slacking in her work? They'll just let her go. But they sat down and thought about it like, look, this is the first time she's doing this, so there should be something behind it. And they went, pushed, found out a few things about her, but the communication was really, really bad. That's how they called me, and this is why I'm telling you my story. The story, her story. It's not my story, it's her story. But please, people, this is just from me to you. I'm in social service. Learn to be kind to each other. Learn to be kind to each other. I don't want to speak for her husband because I don't know what happened, but we don't pay attention to what happened. We pay attention to what we can do now to empower her, to make sure that she has a stable home, and to make sure that she has something going on, like a support system, which I've already connected her with. And I'm hoping this is going to help her, and it's going to show love and humanity across the board. Because these people that are helping her, these are billionaires. They don't care. You know, they'll just write her off and hire somebody else. But they took time to know who she is. They took time to find out what was going on with her that was making her change the pattern of work. And they came through with the conclusion to say it must be a personal thing. And for sure it was. People, love one another. Don't judge. Don't make assumptions. Don't always think you know what's going on when you haven't asked. Get it from the source. My time's up, and I will talk to you about my absence more as we go into the October month, because it's affiliated with that. But for now, I just wanted to do a story time and tell you that I'm back, and I love you. I missed you guys, and I wish peace to the world. Thank you.